minister as God will lay it on my heart. Because I dare minister to you unless I minister to first. I dare challenge you unless I'm challenged by the words. The words of the Lord make the difference. And Jesus entered, verse 1 of Luke 19, and passed through Jericho. And behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus, who's not me, Zacchaeus. I know some of you are rude, but it's not me. Which was the chief among the publicans. And he was rich. Rich, short man, brother Chin, as a boasty man. Oh my God, he was chief. Certain things we don't have, we make up with for other things. He was chief among the publicans, and he was rich. The publicans is not known for much, but they know how to humble themselves. Not like the Pharisees. And he ran before, and he sought to see Jesus. I love that. He sought to see Jesus. He had a mind to see Jesus. He wanted to see Jesus. Simply who he was. He wanted to be friends with him, or fellowship with him. He heard a lot about Jesus, there's commotion about Jesus, and everybody see Jesus. He couldn't see Jesus because the crowd just drove him out. He couldn't see. And he sought to see Jesus, who he was, and could not for the press. The crowd was too much, because he was little of stature. And he ran before and climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, for Jesus was to pass that way. And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and saw him and said unto him, Zacchaeus, make haste and come down. For today I must abide at thy house. And he made haste and came down and received him joyfully. He made haste, came down, and received him joyfully. I thank you, Lord, for who you are. A friend indeed and one indeed. One that looks beyond our faults, looks beyond our situation, looks beyond who we are, looks beyond our circumstances, and zero in on our needs. If you would mark righteousness, I could not stand today, neither could any. But through your mercy and your grace and your favor, we stand. Let the words of my mouth be not my own, for may they be a blessing to everyone that listens. And that at the end we all would be blessed. Thank you. In Jesus' name. Amen. How many of you know it's not about you, but it's about God? And it's not what you think, it's how he thinks.
AJ, can you come and do your thing?
And it's not how you think it's going to happen, but how he wants it to happen. And how will you know that out of evil come forth good? And he works in mysterious ways. And how many know God does not look at what I look like, or what I sound like, how cute I think I am. He looks at my heart. He looks at my heart. He looks at my motive. When I talk about heart, you talk about motive, perception, way of thinking, why you think, how you think, the circumstances you think. When the Bible tells me the heart of man is desperately wicked, it's not talking about that what pumps the blood. It's talking about my personality, my nature, my traits, my habits, my way, my pursuit, my intent.
You know
That's what God looks. And how many of you know sometimes we're hypocrites because we smile just as a cliche? Put your hands up in your mouth. You don't want somebody to see what you're going through, so put a smile.
I've gotten chicken.
So when you ask me, where you can bring what?
No, I have one or the other.
What deep in my heart?
So you want chicken? Because chicken
That's
has
not what it
one
is.
big one. So you put chicken.
The thing I want to share with you from the passage that I've read just now is, guess who is coming to heaven? Guess who is coming to dinner? There are a couple things that's eye-catching to me where this man Zacchaeus is concerned. That's one man that nobody likes. And even though you're saved, there's one man you don't go for too much, is the finance man, because he always did his hand in your pocket. And you can't tell me sometimes when you heard the budget, you don't feel bad because I can't hardly make it and you're increasing the taxes. And nobody thinks that you can't pay what you don't get. It's impossible to pay what you don't get. And how many know that the taxman don't trust anybody, including the Christians and myself? Do you think if they would allow you to send the taxes to them, the country would run? Do you think when you know what you make is less than what you have to dish out, you think you'd allow them to take out the taxes before? No. A lot of us, probably to me, would walk the line with the handcuff because it wouldn't happen. So because they know, and they want to save themselves, St. Andrew, they take out theirs first, and you can grumble all you want. And if you're not careful, they demand if you end up here sending all your songing, and they said that you didn't pay enough. And I know somebody who made a mistake and somebody did it, and my God, I never seen anybody so boastful. And my God, I was told I get a 6-figure number. Not long after I heard bring back the 6-figure number. Come on, preaching. Come on, stop preaching me, man. Just preach with me. Stay with me. So, a tax collector was a man that nobody likes, nobody wants, nobody cares about. I wish he could die, so many would say. I wish he could never see the light of day. It never happened. That's the man lived. According to history, it's like no one oversees Zacchaeus. He made sure he takes out enough that Caesar would have been pleased. He made sure the governor that he served under would have been pleased with the revenue that came in. But there's a portion that goes directly in his pocket that nobody knows about. Didn't belong to him. Okay. So one, and listen here, listen. When I looked into this last night, it kind of, come on, watch the name, watch your name, watch what they call you, represent your name. Represent your name. You know what the name Zacchaeus means in Hebrew? Pure or innocent. Pure or innocent. Same as the Greek, he was pure and innocent. Number 3, he was chief among the publicans. Number 4, he was a tax collector. He was rich. was a little of statue. One good thing about him, he was rich. Because of his size, everybody walk over him. They do whatever they want with him. But because he was rich, no one could touch him. No one could touch him. Zacchaeus had an interest to see Jesus. Nothing tells me he wants to be saved. Nothing tells me he wants to be converted. Nothing tells me lack anything, because he was a rich man in a great position of everything, of servant to his heart content. But I heard about this man that's walking around. I heard about this man, and I don't know if he had made an attempt before to see Jesus. I don't know. But there was a time when he couldn't resist the urge. Church, can I say to you, if you want Jesus badly enough, you'll get it. If you want to be saved badly enough, you will be saved and stay saved. If you want to live holy enough, you live holy and stay holy and die holy. If you want to worship God, you worship God and you worship God. If you want to pay your time, you pay your health care, stop to do. There's something when you want to do, you go the last time to do it. If you love God enough, you show everybody you love God, irrespective of what they want to think, because there's a trust in my bone, in my soul, in my heart to please God. I'm going to please it. There's something about mankind. When man made his mind up to do something, the powers hell can't stop it. You don't understand. You don't understand the power that is in man. Man, look at it. Man, look one day, in my opinion, and saw the bird fly. And the bird fly and go where one and perch down and get a back. Man said, I'm going to do something that can get up and go down and get up. And man create aircraft that get up and go down and get up and go down and get up and go down. He was in his mind before. He had a perception before. And one day came to maturity. That's man. That's man. I'm going to fly. And my God, you can have breakfast in Jamaica and lunch in Canada and dinner in America. We are a wicked piece of machine. We allow ourselves to be used. We're a wicked piece of machine that we allow ourselves to use. So Zacchaeus in a problem. There was a hindrance for him to see Jesus. He was shocked. He was an hindrance to see Jesus. He was shocked. I don't know if you ever happen to be standing in line and tall people stand before you. Tall people don't always have manners for short people. Oh, come down to my level today. In our service the other day, I had to tell my son, move, man, move. You can't see everything I want to see, too. Move. Here's the problem. But I want to tell you something. A made-up-minded person will find a way. A made-up-minded person will find a way. You want a house? You want a car? You want an extra house? You want an extra car? You will find a way if you want it so bad. There's something in you that propels you, and if you follow the line, you will have what you want. A lot of people would hire us. They're not even smarter than us. You think all the people who have these big industries are smart? No. They will hire smart people. And they only have to be smart enough to ask you about the bottom line. And you got to tell them how their business goes. They got to get another smart person put above you, and they still don't know anything about it. You only have to have a mind and a drive and a will to get there. So you get a problem. And he said, in my opinion, how can I see this man? My approach is unorthodox because it's never done before. And for my statue, oh come on, you know something? It's a good thing I'm small, because I'm small. I don't think if I go home there, he's gonna know me. So I'm gonna hide myself in the sycamore tree and stay up there and look down. But I want to understand, church of God, when you're looking down, the master host is looking up on you. When you don't think he's watching, watching you. He's watching you. He sees you. He knows where you're at. And he knows your mindset. He's take out Jesus. Oh, Lord God. He's take out the route that Jesus was going to walk. He map out the route. It's a basic map perception where you always walk. There's not much route. It's not like going to Toronto. You can go Kill Street and see some, you know, and their road. No, you got to go home and the 401. So some way you walk the straight line. Some way I'm going to find myself up into a tree. Look down on you. Oh, Lord God Almighty. What a surprise, what a surprise, what a surprise, what a surprise, what a surprise. When Jesus got to the tree, come on, church. He knows where you are. You understand what I'm saying, church? He knows where you are. Stay still and look down because he's going to be looking up. He knows where you are. And I don't know how, but when Jesus get to the tree, don't tell me that he stopped because he was tired. He just stopped in the tree and looked up. And oh, come on, just imagine his little eyes, maybe Paul Joe, when they see the mass of poachers and hurt that sky, steer high bar to high bar. How Jesus want to see high bar to high bar. If you're looking out for Jesus, you will find him. He'll find you. Keep looking wherever you are. Keep looking. He will find you in a tree, in your bedroom, in your home, in the car. Just keep looking. He will find you. Jesus, look up. Jesus, look up. Jesus, look up. And when he looked up, he saw Zacchaeus. Let me follow my notes. No other person was more hated than Zacchaeus, the tax collector. No other person was more dishonest in gaining riches than Zacchaeus. No other person the Jews would have thought Jesus would not ever look on besides Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was written off like you and I. Zacchaeus was ostracized and put aside because he hated and grudge and malice and sometimes jealousy for what he has. He was banished aside. They didn't think that he would have had some company with Jesus. No. Jesus would not want to have anything to do with him. But when Jesus saw him, the Bible said, you see, they forget John 19:10. They forget John 19:10. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost. Zacchaeus was no different from them. He was lost not knowing Christ. He was lost not knowing who Jesus was. He was lost not knowing that Jesus came to seek and to save that which was lost. I am come, Jesus said. I am come, Jesus said. I am come, Jesus said, that they may have life. What is life? It couldn't be physical because they're alive. I'm come that they may have eternal life. They will have a relationship with me. They will escape hell. They will escape the judgment. They will live righteously for me, with me forever and ever and ever and ever. Let's look at verse 7. When they saw him, they murmured. When they saw him, they murmured. When they saw them murmured, said, that he is gone to be guest with a sinner. In other words, look at the term, he is gone. He wandered from the path to be guest with a sinner. He deviated from his course to deal with a sinner. He left the path that he was walking and stopped to guest with a sinner. But when Jesus saw Zacchaeus and saw the quest in his heart to see who he was, he said, Zacchaeus, make haste. Come down. I must abide You're no more a publican. You're no more a tax collector. Oh, come on, man. When you meet Jesus, you become honest. I don't know. One thing I don't think I understand, and maybe the translation was right. He said, if I have taken. Come on, you know you did it. You know you did it. You know you did it. If I have taken from any man my father's accusation, man, God, I'm paying every $25. I'm having $75 on it. Oh, God Almighty, could we have some honest people in God's house? If I have taken from anybody by false accusation, don't use that word if, Zacchaeus, because you know you did it. That's why you're so rich. However, pay back time. There's time when we gotta pay back what we take that's not supposed to be taken. There's time to give back. There's some people in God's house who pay back taxes, pay retroactive blessing that you hold up. You need to pay up, man. You want to go and pay up. Come on, I preached one time where there's a spiritual revenue Canada from the throne of God. Say, pay me what thou owest me. If I have taken from any man in Jesus by false accusation, I return unto him fourfold. Say, Lord, look, behold, look, Lord. Half of what I have, I'm giving to the poor. Half of what I have, I don't know how much he had, I'm giving back to the poor. And based on what he was, he got a lot of money. The Bible said he was rich. He said, Lord, I'm going to give back half of what I have to the poor. When Jesus looked at his heart, read his heart, took the pulse of his heart, saw honesty, saw genuine, saw pure, saw confession, saw everything about the man there was no carnal, Brother Donovan Marcus. There was no carnality in response. He said, God, you see my heart, I restore half of it. Jesus said, my God, this man fit for membership. This man is qualified for membership. This man from now on is a seed of Abraham. This man from now on is a part of the business. This man now is a servant of God. This man is a follower of me. Guess who is coming to dinner? Jesus. Guess who's at your door? Jesus. Guess who's knocking on your heart? Jesus. Guess who wants to come in? Jesus. Whoa. 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 My God. My God. Guess who? Guess who? Guess who? Guess who? Guess who want to come on with you? Jesus. I want to pose this question. Nobody the challenge. Nobody the heartache. No matter what's happening. He's right here. He's right here. Zacchaeus was crooked, wretched, barbaric, carnal, thief, untrustworthy. There was nothing good about him. But Jesus said, I'm coming to your house. And Jesus said, I'm coming. Let him come. Without Jesus Christ, the Bible says we're dogs and sorcerers and liars and mongers and thieves. Just last week, the evangelist was speaking, and she said when the prostitute came to Jesus, she came to Jesus at the point of being stoned, caught in the very act. Jesus said, I don't condemn you. And anybody condemn you, throw the first stone. Go your way and sin not. Go your way, in other words, I'm free. Jesus is in the business of freeing people. Jesus is in the business of freeing people. Jesus is in the business of delivering people. Oh, come on, church, you don't hear me. I hope you don't mind, Brother Terrence. I'm going to pick on a word you said this morning. And it struck a chord. He said, for how long? He got up and said, God, change me so I can influence the change that's necessary. Speak to me, Lord, that I can speak to, help to change it, influence the situation that's still changing. And I say this, if every man, woman, boy, or girl will be honest and say, God, I'm tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick of being sick. I'm fed up of being fed up. I want to change. I'm going to climb the sycamore tree. I'm going to find some way to slide you. You're going to get to you somehow. I'm going to change my route somehow. I'm going to get to you somehow. You will see revival. You will see the change. You will see the power of God in your lives and mine. Hindrance. 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 Blockage. But there's a way. There's a way out. There's a way out. There's a route out of it. I am going to find that route, says Zacchaeus. I am going to climb up into that sycamore tree. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to somehow see who Jesus. But just the time when he thought he was looking at Jesus, you see, even he didn't understand the mission Jesus was about. The Bible said, for the Son of Man is come to seek. And while Jesus was walking, he was seeking for a man. He was looking for a Zacchaeus. He was looking for somebody, for a tax collector. He was looking for a robber. He was looking for a thief. He had salvation to give. He wanted to add to his church. He wanted somebody to be a son of Abraham. He wanted to give something to somebody. He wanted to clothe somebody. He wanted to change the disposition of somebody. He wanted to make somebody a man or woman. He wanted to lift somebody up higher. Do you want to get up higher? Do you want to change? Do you want to change? How much we, let me say as is, how much we as preachers and leaders at times misled people and make people believe this path to glory is a peaceful, is a kind, is a easy, is a full of laughter and joy and excitement as you walk this street. No, I tell you no, I tell you no, I tell you no, I tell you no. Jesus said, as much as he is suffering in flesh, arm yourself likewise. A soldier of the cross, a soldier of the cross, a soldier in the military army, a fireman he never find himself without anything to do. When there is no fire, he's slinging his truck. You ever wonder why the fire truck is so clean? You ever wonder why it's always polished? When he's always ready, when he's not fighting a fire, he's slinging his truck. He's putting out maintenance, because in the night follows the day, there will be a fire. There will be a call. Church of the living God. It's not time to sit and be idle. It's not time to punch and put on makeup and make yourself pretty and fancy, because this robe of flesh will drop and rise. This body can't see heaven as it is. I can't dress myself to heaven. I can live righteous. Punish yourself in God, in the holiness of God, in the righteousness of God, in the power of God. We fight too much time for the secular word and little time for God. God is asking for more sacrificial time so that he can get me. He's not always asking for your tithe and offering your money. He wants you. You can't buy your way. You can't tithe your way. You can't give your way. He wants you, church of God. Here, every minister, when they check the book and see the bottom line in the black, you feel Come on, church of the living God. You can't feel good when the church is in the red, even though money is in the bank. There's a righteousness that God is calling up to. There's a whole path. There's a whole path. There's a whole path that we left behind. Search for the whole path, and when you find it, you walk in them. Because we have been doing the whole path of righteousness. No respect, no fear of God in the house anymore. Guess who? Guess who? Guess who? Guess who is coming to dinner? I was sharing last week in Bible studies, and some of you don't even know we have it on Wednesday night anymore. But I was sharing Bible studies Wednesday night and was passing a mosque in the middle day. And my God, when I saw young people, when I saw a mother holding the baby, want to get to the mosque with the children, they got to know the doctrine. They got to know the Quran. They got to know who Muhammad is. They got to know. They got to know. And they say the infancy. They got to know. Church of the living God, when you're being like this and your kids are in jail, you can't blame anybody. Take them in the house of God. Take them to church. Teach them the fear of God. If I say this to you, you may take me out of context. I'm rich enough in this life. I'm just poor in God. You hear what I'm saying? I have enough money in this. I got a fine car, fine house, fine wife, fine thing. I'm okay, but I'm not okay with God. There's more. There's more of God that this man needs. Hey! Married for 43 years, and I still don't see any crack in it. I don't see where you're going to go. I don't see where you're going to go. I have no mind to go. But if you go, hallelujah, I'm sticking out with Jesus. This old body's old. I can go to bed and sleep. I want more righteousness, more holiness, more of God. That's what's lacking in my bones. Guess who's coming to dinner? Guess who wants to come to dinner? Guess who's looking down? Guess who wants you? Guess who's calling on you? Guess who's hungry for you? Guess who will turn your back on? Oh, come on, church.
Jesus. Hallelujah. Glory. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, Jesus.
It says, Zacchaeus, hurry up. I must. I'm not asking you in preparation for me. Because you see, I see enough from the fact you're way up there. I know you have enough room for me. Today I must abide. I must abide. The Bible tells me that the short man didn't take him time to get going. He hates down and received this man joyfully. When the righteous Pharisees and Jews, Orthodox Jews, has no forgiveness, have no love, have no respect, have no heart for God. They said, look at him. They murmur. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. God to the guest with a sinner. Yummy, yummy. Take it. God to licky. God home with a sinner. God home with a sinner. Not no, Jesus said it. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost. I am come, Jesus said, that they may have life and have it more abundantly. I want to give you something to live for and a reason to die for it. When I saw the zealous, the zeal, and the zest in those folks taking those little children to church, everybody have their whatever on, everybody dressed alike, everybody in uniform, everybody come together, everybody take order, everybody listening, everybody Everybody come to be indoctrinated because you need to know. When I look at the church, no Sunday school. You want the children to grow and fear God. I know things now I know 6, 7, 8, 9 years of Sunday school. Labor for learning before you grow old. Learning is better than silver and gold. Silver and gold will vanish away. Good education will never decay. That great men reach and came were not attained by sudden flight. They while their companions slept or tied up all through the night. We never had VCR. We never had a iPod. We never had TV. We take the books. Oh, no, I'm talking on the subject by myself. Some of you are flaunting too much money and gadgets for kids. Too much and gadgets for kids. Save it for their education. Oh God, man. Oh God, man. Oh God, man. I look at a iPhone, Galaxy, $700. I ain't got no allowance to pay for it. Church, we need to prioritize. Guess who wants to come to dinner? Guess who wants your attention? Guess who's on the outside knocking? Guess who stopped the crowd for you?
Jesus! Come on.
The choir song we used to sing. Jesus called us over to you know many times. Hope a life while restless see. Day by day, sweet by saying, Christians, love me more than these. Said to Peter, Peter, follow me. Come, Peter. You love me, Peter? He said, yes, Lord, I love you. He said, Peter, you love me? Yes. He said, Peter, do you love me? He said, yes, Lord, you know I love you. You're getting hungry. He said, love me more than these. I know you love me, but you don't love me more than these. I know how you love me, but not more than these. Stand to your feet.
You know how long the bite mic there?
Yeah. There's an invitation open for the believers.
I tell you, man.
You're not saved, you're invited. But Jesus is saying, I'm looking up for you. But when I look down, and you're getting attention. I'm not getting attention. I want to talk to you. You don't just go the lady and say, here's my card, here's my number. You want to look in our eyes because we read up your eyes. We know a lot of time when you say yes or not. We know when you cut your head and say, boy, cool. We know you mean. Not yet, we know. He's looking at you, but you're not looking at him. You're looking somewhere else. He's not having your attention. He's just not having your attention. You hug me, but I feel you're physical, but I don't feel that touch. You know what I'm talking about? You ever talk to somebody on the phone and said, are you hearing me? Because you're watching TV when you're talking. And people know. We know. I know. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was listening to somebody talk. I said, are you there? I had the phone in my head, but are you there? He's saying to you right now, are you there? If you're there, come right now. Save and unsave everybody. Today's a different day. It's a different day. I'm not going to keep you. No. No, you have a kick off. I know you're going on later. No, you're going to go 3 o'clock.